Hi guys, I'm back with another video, and in this one I'm just going to go through all the documents you're going to need to submit for your application for the GKS scholarship, and I'm just going to give you pointers on each document. The very first document I'm going to talk about is the application form that you need to fill out. If you guys want me to go down into detail about each section of the application form, please let me know in the comment section. In this video, I just want to inform you about two things. The one thing is that make sure that you sign this document at the bottom, because it's something that most people forget to do. Sign the document at the bottom and also date it. And also make sure that the spellings are correct in this document. You're going to put your names, you're going to put the information of what you're applying for, your background information. That's what you're going to fill into this application form. And if you're applying through Embassy Track, you're going to make 4 copies of this specific document. And if you're applying through University Track, you just need 1 copy. The next 2 documents are your degree certificate and your transcript. Now, the most important thing to know is that you do not submit your originals. You're going to make a copy of these documents, preferably colored, but they also accept black and white. But I did mine colored because I just thought it looked more professional. So you're going to make the copies, and then you're going to go to your university and then certify them as true copies. Then you're going to go to your Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and then you're going to apostille them, and then you're going to go to a lawyer's office, and then you're going to notarize them. And again, be mindful that if you're applying through embassy, you need 4 copies, University Track, 1 copy. The next document you're going to need is 1 letter of recommendation. Now, the best thing for you to do is to send a copy of the guidelines to whoever is going to write the recommendation letter for you. Ask them to write the recommendation letter, put it in an envelope, and then sign the back flip. And if you're applying through Embassy Track, to put all 4 copies in 1 sealed envelope. You don't need to make 4 different letters in 4 different envelopes. And then the other 3 documents that you're going to need is the applicant agreement, the personal medical assessment, and then your consent to collect and use personal information. Honestly, for this one, you just make sure that you tick where it's relevant, and then you sign at the bottom and you date it. Remember guys, sign and date the document. And then for those who are going to be doing research, make sure you include your research proposal, your letter of invitation, and your certificate of employment. And then the next thing is your proof of citizenship. Now, I use my birth certificate. That is the one that you can use to prove your citizenship. And if you come from Botswana, you will notice that in your birth certificate, it does not actually show what nationality your parents are. So you're also going to need 2 of their passport copies to prove that they're indeed Botswana. You don't need to certify them. You don't need to apostille them. You just put them as is. So that means you're going to take your birth certificate, make a colored copy. That copy you're going to apostille it, notarize it, and then make 4 copies. And then these ones, when I was applying, they were optional, which is like a topic certificate and an IELTS certificate. But now they're not optional. If you want to really get the scholarship, you need to have one of those. If you have an IELTS, submit your IELTS. If you have a topic, submit your topic. They don't need to be certified. They don't need to be apostilled. You just make a copy and then you submit them. And then if you have received any awards, you can also include copies of those award certificates. You don't need to apostille them. You don't need to do anything to them. You just make simple copies. And as you guys are aware, before you apply for the scholarship, you need to review each university that you're going to apply for. This is because each university has its specific guidelines. So if there are any other documents that the university wants you to submit, make sure that you also submit these documents. And that's it. Those are the documents you need to submit. As I want this to be your checklist, I'm going to read them out again. Application form, personal statement, degree certificate, and your transcript. Study plan, 1 recommendation letter, GKS applicant agreement, personal medical assessment, consent to collect and use personal information, proof of citizenship, which is your birth certificate, proof of family relationship, which is a copy of your parents' passport, a topic or IELTS certificate, your awards or other certificates, and if you're applying through research, your research proposal, your letter of invitation, and your certificate of employment. And finally, any other documents required by the specific university. Those are the documents that you guys are expected to fill out, provide, and also submit in order to get the scholarship. And it is also important to note that 1, the number of copies need to be relevant to each track that you're using. If you're using Embassy Track, that's 4 copies. University Track, 1 copy. There is also a form you need to tick to show which documents are included in your application form. So make sure that you tick every single form that you have included in your application form. Make sure that all your documents that need to be apostilled are apostilled. That is your degree certificate, that is your birth certificate, and that is your transcript. And make sure that you fill your application in English or Korean only. If you're from any other state, do not use your language to fill the application form. And if you're wondering how you can submit your application documents, you can do it in person to the embassy if you're applying through Embassy Track, or you can courier to the embassy, again, if you're doing through Embassy Track. If you're applying through University Track to a specific university, you can courier or you can use the post office. And then the final important thing, you need to label all your documents. This is something that people forget to do. You can either do this by handwriting on each specific document, or you can print out little labels and put them at the upper right corner of your documents. If you have followed me to this point of this series, you should have all your documents ready by now and you should be ready to submit them to the embassy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.